Trading is closed on July 6, 2023. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, Friday, July 7th, 2023. Remember, my calls can be completely wrong. All trades should be made at your own risk. Also, I have a lot of personal business. I'll continue to have it for the foreseeable future. I have less time than usual to analyze things. Yesterday we called for lower prices, which turned out to be an understatement. Here's what we said. Let's go over the MEJT calls from today. MEJT said this drop wasn't for real, price would retrace. Said this rally wasn't for real, price would retrace. That's all played out. It's not going to help us now. Here's the count I'm using. I'm assuming it's right until it's proven wrong. We've completed wave red 1 of black 3. We're in red 2. I can't count 3 waves, so this drop isn't over, according to this count. That doesn't mean we can't go up tomorrow, but this drop, I think, has a ways to go. I do think we've completed the first leg of this drop, which is an ABC with good fibs. But as far as counting this, I think you can count this any way you like. I can count it as a 3, with 1, 2, 3. I can count this as it's going to be a 5, incomplete. I just don't think that's very helpful. And to make matters more complicated, we have the jobs report coming out before the open tomorrow. It typically leads to big moves, and for these big economic reports, I tend to keep my powder dry. So tomorrow's pattern does have the early high. Doesn't mean you won't gap down, and typically it's a rally day with a high in the final hour, but if it fails, it's a straight line drop. Now the jobs report comes out tomorrow before the open. Can lead to large market moves. I just can't predict them with a sufficient degree of accuracy. The volatility index has printed a bar completely over the upper Bollinger Band, and if we reverse through the band, it tends to mark a low, but that just hasn't happened yet. It might happen tomorrow, but until it happens, there's no signal. It just means you won't get the signal tomorrow. But regardless of what happens tomorrow, I can't count the current decline as being over. So I think there's more downside to come. That doesn't tell us what happens tomorrow, but I think it should be clear before the open if we're going to have the standard rally day or a straight line fall. And that's today's call.